Hi, this is Matt Roush, Senior Critic for TV Insider, and here's what's worth watching for the week of September 27th. We're still in premiere week, basically, or premiere month, I guess you would call it, for September. A lot of our favorite shows are coming back, and one of my personal favorites is The Good Doctor on ABC. Begins on Monday, and in the new season, we're actually in a pretty good mood for a change. Sean and Leah, Sean the autistic surgeon and his beloved Leah, they have finally announced their engagement. They got engaged in Guatemala during those last few episodes. Now they're back home. There's going to be an engagement party, and of course you're going to sort through a lot of other relationships, but for now, Sean is in a happy place, and that makes fans happy. At the same time, the Guatemalan hottie doctor who we discovered in those last episodes, his name is Mateo, he's a trauma surgeon, he's coming to join the cast, so he's coming to America. He has some legal issues to work out, but he's also got a hot relationship with Dr. Lim, so hey, they're all good doctors on The Good Doctor right now because they're all in a pretty good headspace, at least at the beginning of the season. You know there will be complications, but for the fans of Sean and Leah, the shippers, we have reason to celebrate. On Tuesday, NBC brings us one of the wildest shows of the new season. It's called La Brea, like the La Brea Tar Pits, and it is a show that basically wants to be lost, but it's a little bit more like Land of the Lost if you have a memory of Saturday morning television. It's a pretty weird little show about a huge sinkhole that opens up in the middle of Los Angeles. If you know the Miracle Mile, if you know the La Brea Tar Pits, well, that's where the whole earth opens up, and it swallows up what looks like half of Los Angeles, including a bunch of people, including cars and buses, but they all go down this giant sinkhole, and they seem to travel through some magical portal because when they land, they're not dead. They're in basically a parallel earth, but it's a prehistoric earth, so they're going to have to deal with prehistoric animals. At the same time, it's a survival story. And even one character says, Jesus, like we're in Lost. And it's like, no, Lost was actually a lot smarter than La Brea. But La Brea, if you're looking for a big sci-fi adventure, which is really hard to find on network television, La Brea is trying to deliver those goods. Natalie Zia, who's in Justified and many other great shows, she's the female lead of the show. She came down with her son. She's got a daughter and an ex-husband up above ground. So there's a lot of that kind of family conflict as well going on in the show. So anyway, La Brea, if you're looking for a fun, exciting guilty pleasure, you could do worse. And the comeback of the week is happening on Thursday on Apple TV Plus, a show called The Trouble with Jon Stewart. He likes to joke maybe there should be a comma there, because it's not The Trouble with Jon Stewart, it's The Trouble with Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart is leading a new talk show, going to be every other week on Apple TV Plus, starts on Thursday, but he's going to tackle big issues, kind of the way that John Oliver does on his HBO series. Going to be a deep dive into things that really matter to us, whether it's housing or other things in the government or just what's really affecting people in current affairs. But he'll do it with his trademark wit, his trademark passion, as you've seen him go to bat for the first responders of 9/11. You know that Jon Stewart really cares about these issues. At the same time, he knows how to be funny about them. So for all of us who've been starving for more Jon Stewart ever since he left The Daily Show, we now have him every other week on Apple TV Plus in a show called The Trouble with Jon Stewart. There's also a podcast, but you're going to want to watch it when it's happening on Apple TV Plus starting on Thursday. This is Matt Roush for TV Insider. For more news, reviews, and what's hot in streaming, check out TV Insider today. If you enjoy these reviews on TV Insider, hit subscribe.